Okay, there should be me, and there should be you. Make sure I'm coming in loud enough. There we go. Let's see if we can hear
how
you.
am I?
Yep, you're fine.
Am I coming in
cool.
loud enough?
Cool. Yes, we're here. Welcome to Super Serial Showtime, everyone. As always, I'm your host, The Metal, and joining me is my co-host, Marsupial Gamer. We're here to talk about movies, shows, comics, maybe even novels, depends whatever we feel like it on that day. So strap in, invite some friends, and get ready for the show. And hey, if you like it at any point in time, you can always give a donation to streamlabs.com/vomitoriumlive. Not necessary, but really helps us out. And we'll get into things. How you doing today?
Good. I just barely made it.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of settling in, but at least Discord came up without even. Doing pretty good.
Yeah.
How are you?
That's good to hear. Oh, I'm doing fine. Absolutely fine. We did a Star Rail stream earlier. Finally, we got Cyrene. Dicked us over for about like somewhere between 130 to 140 pulls on her banner, but we finally got her. So, overall, it's been a pretty good day.
Mm-hmm.
Ran around, got some stuff done.
So funny that I'm seeing more and more shows, anime, that at least mention gacha or, involve gacha in some way.
Yeah, it's like super popular now. I mean, it's always been, I guess, a pretty popular thing on phones. But around 2020, it became mainstream, right? So now you're finally seeing the media catch up to the fact that it's mainstream, even though the stuff's been around for over a decade.
Yeah. What was the latest one? Oh gosh. Oh, I know. It's the Hero Without a Class.
Oh, okay.
Show. Which, well, we don't need to talk about it. It's mediocre, but they run into a guy again whose power is that. Well, I guess it wasn't originally a power. I don't think, but like. He's in a fantasy world, and this guy somehow got blessed by a goddess or something.
Yeah.
To where the worst of a day he has, basically the worst luck that he has if he gets killed or hit, he can get killed and get resurrected. But the worst day he has, the more of these crystals he gets that he can use for gacha pull.
Okay.
And they end up in a dungeon,
a real life
or
pity
a
system.
tower, actually, that they're trying to get through. Yeah. And the guy ends up getting killed multiple times. I guess he also can use these crystals to get resurrected and healed. But at the end of the day, he has like more than he's ever gotten in a single day because he had such a terrible day.
Yeah.
Dying so many times. I don't remember if he said it was 100 or several hundred. But this has happened twice. When he decides, I guess he has an option to like use all of them, or maybe 100 or something, whatever the maximum pull is. He keeps expecting he'll get something fantastic. He'll usually get either weapons or allies will appear temporarily. But twice he's done it, and twice that goddess just shows up. And she doesn't do anything for him. She's just checking on him to see if he's doing okay.
You think she just has a crush on him?
And he's like, I just wasted 100 of these things. I think, unfortunately, in this world, everyone seems to have an ulterior motive.
Yeah.
I think I don't think that she has a good motivation.
Oh, okay. Was that the one that you had on where, like, within 3 seconds, I was bombarded by Monica Rial's voice?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Because the guy's main companion who survived the initial dragon attack, is played by Monica Rial, and the English version. She's terrible.
Yeah.
Not,
You know, like,
I mean,
I don't hate.
genuinely like the voices.
Yeah, I don't like
You
hate
noted.
all of her voices, but that one, which is her trying to be high pitched.
Goblin mode, you said.
Yeah, yeah, she goes into gremlin mode. Her trying to be high pitched young woman voice just does not work at all for like most characters she puts it in. But she's like the casting director on most of these series, so she gets to cast herself in the role and pick which voice she uses. And it's just that one every time. I can't remember her name, but it's the same one that was in Orin High School Host Club. And it worked for that character because of the type of character it was, but it doesn't work for over half the characters she uses that voice
she's
for.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She used that same voice for Uzaki-chan for some reason.
And it's... I can't even believe that. Like, I guess I have not watched any Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out in English, and now
I don't think the English was out.
I love
at
her.
the time.
Her Japanese voice. Yeah. Glad. I still haven't finished how many seasons I'm behind, but at any rate, you remember I told you, and I haven't told the audience yet about this show, but basically they ride a bus. They're in a school bus, and then they go through a tunnel and end up in a fantasy world. Isekai right through the tunnel.
So was the bus driver Miss Frizzle?
And everyone... No, I think the bus driver gets killed right away.
Oh, okay.
Actually, yeah, he's just a guy. He gets killed by this goddess who appears, or I guess she calls herself a sage. Essentially a goddess.
Yeah.
Who appears to give almost all the kids magical abilities, and she just immediately kills the bus driver. And
it's like, we don't need you.
Quite violent.
You're excess.
And all but 4 of the kids get abilities. They get a class, essentially. And then immediately a dragon attacks and kills 2 of the remaining 4. The other 2 end up being our 2 protagonists, basically.
Yeah, I think that was.
Oh, no. This was
that was pulling me out of it. Was like I hopped into a random episode, so like I had almost no context of what was going on at all, and I kind of liked the chaos of the world for a second, but the fact that like immediately I saw video game mechanics in real life, and I was just like about to check out, you know.
Yeah, sorry if it's shows. I kind of started in the middle of the story, but I think I mistook. I think I said the wrong name of the show. It's called My Instant Death Ability is Overpowered.
Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah. But anyway, so the last 2 that are left alone, because they just kind of all the other people abandoned them. One guy has an instant death ability, and it turns out he's had it all his life. He was being imprisoned by some, scientific group, I guess, or maybe a government agency, when he was a child, because he could just kill someone by thinking about it. And it turned out they didn't have to be in front of him. He just had to practically just know that they existed, and he could just think about it, and they would die. It's kind of like a self-contained Death Note. But my point was, at the end of, I guess, season 1 or the first half of season 1, one of the 2 people that got killed in the very beginning woke up, and it turns out it's like a simulation, and she's like an AI. And then what happens is she basically goes on a rampage. She basically is pissed off that all these people abandoned her, and she has dedicated herself to killing all of them. And I think she assumes that the main guy, who's, I don't know, he has a Japanese name, is also abandoned her because she didn't live long enough to actually see what happened. But he and Monica Rial are, it looks like they're the only ones that are going to be left standing, even though they didn't get any powers. But yeah, the AI chick. Oh, she's powerful. But
Yeah.
nobody's more powerful than him. I don't know yet. Like, there's only technically been one season, although it's broken up. And it seems like they're really, I talked to you, and I watched a video about shows where the main character is really OP.
Yeah.
And how it can be done well, but it's difficult. And I feel like this is not being done well because it just is OP. Like, they still have to have some sort of challenge, right? And he just doesn't. You still there?
Yeah, I'm there. I just
Oh,
don't really know what to respond.
Froze
with.
up on me. Oh, okay. The only thing that was mildly challenging was at one point one of these other sages basically set a trap for him where there was this big monster and she set it up so that if he killed him, or basically if the monster died, all these essentially missiles would rain down on them. So it doesn't. But actually, now that I'm thinking about it, the thing is, it's I don't think I'm gonna watch anymore because it's so dumb. He can, quote unquote, kill something or somebody's momentum, right? So there's a missile coming after it.
The thing, I don't think you're supposed to take this seriously at all. Just from what little I was looking, like, I think there might be some drama to it that they're building up, but like most of it's definitely supposed to be goofy because he could just like kill anything at all just by defining as the action that happens to it as killing. Like, he killed an icicle.
Yeah. And he was falling, off a tall building at one point, and he, again, quote unquote, killed his own momentum so that he could survive the fall.
Which,
like, that's not,
I guess, is
cheating.
fine if you're not supposed to take the world seriously, right? Because like that is a phrase people say, that you killed the momentum of that conversation or something.
Yeah, but I mean, it takes itself, if that's the case, the show takes itself way too seriously then.
Probably.
Because it seems sincere and all that. And I'm like, is this supposed, it doesn't seem like a comedy. So that would be one way to do it. Obviously.
The problem is, you've seen more of it than I have. But from what little I saw, it didn't seem like it was taking itself seriously at all.
I think that was unintentional.
Yeah.
I think you may have stumbled into a scene that was unintentionally funny because it was so ridiculous, but I could be wrong.
I don't know, like the whole episode, like when she was talking about the chaos outside with like the zombies marching down the street, and like almost nothing in that entire episode was serious other than people dying, I guess. But people dying isn't always serious, especially if it's like, oh, somebody's henchman was killed instantly. Like, that's not really a serious moment.
I was reading through Fitzchozo's comments, and he's right. It feels like there's very little stakes. I mean, they try to make stakes, and there's stakes for other people, but for the main character, it's like he's just trying to get home, and nothing's a challenge. Like, so far, literally nothing. They ran into this other, like, dark god that's supposed to be the most powerful being in this world, more powerful than all of these sages who are kind of antagonistic. He killed him and didn't even realize it.
Yeah, his power almost feels like talking to like a language model AI, right? Where it's like he's talking to the system itself, and he's just like, kill blank, and then the system has to figure out what that means and do it.
Well, maybe, but he is the only one who doesn't have any game mechanics. He and Monica Rial. That's what I'm going to call her because I can't. They're the only ones who don't see any, computer screens pop up in front of them or talk to any system. But plus, when he was in the real world, like, there's some flashbacks, and he had the same power. So it's weird. I would not recommend it. I might have to, if there's a season 2, I might have to see if it gets any better.
Yeah. Well, so on these older like anime list sites that have been around forever, my anime list is probably the most popular one. I use one of its competitors, Anime Planet, for the longest time. There's different categories of things. So there's like watching, there's like watched, there's dropped, and stalled are the two, right? Now, stalled doesn't mean that you're going to necessarily drop it. Maybe you got bored with it. Maybe you'll come back later. Maybe you'll just wait to hear if it gets better. But dropped is like, man, I just have no intent on ever finishing this. So would you say you're in between either a stalled or a dropped right now?
I get, yeah, in between.
Okay.
I guess, yeah. I mean, I kind of got invested a little bit, but like by the end of the first season, they kind of wrapped up some stuff in a very confusing way. And I'm kind of like, well, if and when there is a second season, I might not care. I might just drop it. I might watch 1 or 2 episodes and see if it's any better. But I don't know yet. We'll have to see. But I guess I probably should steer away from these ones where clearly some character is going to be overpowered, like it's in the title.
Yeah. Like it just told you this is what the show's going to be like.
Yeah,
just straight up.
I'm spoiled by Freerun because they did it so well. They're doing it so well. But apparently it is very difficult. I understand why.
But and
to
also
make a
Freerun
good story with a character like that
is more powerful than a lot of the stuff you meet early on just because of her age. But Freerun isn't an overpowered protagonist, right? There are a lot of other powerful things in the world, and she worked her way up there too. I mean, this isn't even her first quest.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't put her in the category of overpowered protagonist at all.
I think in the first season she is, because
they're still
really the
introducing
only thing that
in that time period.
Yeah. The only thing that's been remotely challenging to her is herself. When the Spiegel creates a copy of her, but they did it. That doesn't even matter because that's not even her challenge. I mean, her challenge is not fighting. It's the challenge she's put in front of herself to understand people better. Yeah, I feel like if it weren't a comedy, challenged. Yeah, and she chose to give herself that challenge.
Yeah, but it's also a different type of story too, right? It's like it's a very sincere, genuine story. Like all of it is just completely different than most of what you're gonna find in the category you've been looking in recently.
Yeah. What I need to do is go back. I still haven't finished the most recent season well, I'm trying to remember. They changed the name of it. The Rascal Does Not Dream of Santa Claus is the latest name. It's kind of weird that they changed the name of this whole series.
It's not that weird,
originally,
actually.
Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl. Oh yeah.
Yeah, not for Japan anyway. I can think of several series back in the day where they would just completely change it. Sometimes it'll be way later where the original stopped and they bring it back up, so they have to give another name, like it went on a break or something. Or sometimes it's like literally from part to part they'll change it, right? One of the classics I can think of is a series called Tenchi Muyo, which is the name of the manga that it's based off of. But every single part of Tenchi, especially because it jumped around from studios and stuff from time to time, has like a different title. So there's like Tenchi Muyo, then there's also like Tenchi in Tokyo. And this is all a chronological series, but it's got different names at different parts of it.
Yeah, and I guess Maiden Abyss does that too.
Yeah, or JoJo's Bizarre Adventure kind of sort of does that. I mean, each part has a title to it. And you could say that the actual name of the part is the title of it, and then the series name is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. But like each section, there's Phantom Blood, there's Battle Tendency. They each have their own titles. But even Dragon Ball did it, right?
Yeah.
Dragon Ball ran for a long time. They went on a break after Goku got married, and then they came back, and it's Dragon Ball Z. And then it ran for a long time. They're talking about the anime. The manga never went on break, but they did take a small break on the anime, and that's why there's a second part. The manga was still just called Dragon Ball the whole time. But then they went on another break, much longer one for years, and came back with Dragon Ball Super, which has a completely different name. So it's not an uncommon thing in the industry.
You want to see my background? Has nothing to do with anything that we're talking about.
Naruto did it.
I thought it was fun.
Right? It's easy to figure it out because it still has the word Naruto in it, but the second part of the show was called Shippuden. Bunch of them do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, this is not one that I can in good conscience recommend. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah. You want to talk about more interesting things?
I'm not sure. Yes, I do.
Okay. So we actually have two different Nintendo-related things to talk about. A trailer had come out between the last episode, and a kind of a leak that led to official reveal. So we'll start with the trailer. Since last Super Serial Showtime, the Super Mario Galaxy trailer, the first full trailer, and not just like a little 10-second teaser or whatever, came out, revealing, who would have thought, Rosalina. I was like, well, yeah, it's Super Mario Galaxy. Of course she had to be in the movie. The crazier thing, I think, was the Bowser Jr. reveal, as in, that's not something that necessarily had to be in any movie yet, but obviously they want to introduce characters as fast as possible. It's like, yeah, there's no reason Bowser Jr. can't be there.
I think having Bowser be the main antagonist again.
Yeah,
That even though he's the bad guy in every game practically, but I think it was a good move.
Yeah. It also makes sense too, like, because at the beginning of Galaxy, they kind of do a lot of the beginning of Mario Galaxy is just like the opening to Paper Mario. Yeah. So like they come and they take basically the whole castle away because they're trying to kidnap Princess Peach. It's like the easy method of kidnapping her is to just take the whole castle instead and fly off into the stars. But it makes sense now because Bowser Jr.'s kind of motivation wouldn't necessarily be to kidnap Peach. The motivation would be to rescue his dad, who's inside the castle right now. So what would be the easiest way to rescue his dad inside the castle would be to just take the whole castle away. Like that, no brainer, right?
Yeah.
No.
It does make me wonder, so is Bowser going to kind of take over and be the main villain
I don't know.
partway through, or that's what I'm not really asking a rhetorical question.
Yeah. Like, I don't even know. Maybe near the end, obviously. I think there's probably going to be some type of hot potato where he doesn't actually get to his dad or something. They got to keep it interesting. But then it has to be his motivation. It's like, oh, yeah, you beat my dad. It basically kidnapped him by shrinking him down into this tiny doll size and keeping him in a dollhouse. It's like... It's a definitely easy way to go with a sequel. I understand why they're doing that.
Yeah. I was thinking for a minute, like, wouldn't it have worn off by now? And then I realized, wait, no, the mini mushroom doesn't wear off.
No.
Unless you eat another mushroom.
Yeah, it doesn't even wear off if you get hit. You just die.
That's right. I imagine he's going to get to have another mushroom.
Are they going to explain where Bowser Jr.'s mom is? One of my funniest things was from an interview with Miyamoto, and they asked if Bowser was Bowser Jr.'s dad, then who's the mom? And there's been two different answers that has been given before. One, they said, how do you know Bowser can't lay eggs? So Bowser could be the mom in that regard. But the other time it was asked, he kind of just like pointed at himself. Funny, he's like, well, I'm the creator of these characters, so I'm the actual father. I don't think you need to explain it. I like it better if nobody knows who Bowser Jr.'s mom is.
Definitely.
Bowser's just a single dad doing his best.
Yeah, maybe Bowser. Maybe Koopas. I guess is that the species?
Yeah, he is the Koopa King.
Maybe they procreate asexually.
Oh, like Godzilla in that really bad American movie.
Yeah. Or from budding or something.
Yeah.
Like a fungus. Who knows?
I mean, there are reptiles that can do that. They can basically clone themselves, like the Komodo dragon. Yeah. So the way the Komodo dragon works is that certain sets of reptiles, they're different from us, right? So in our species and almost pretty much every mammal we know, the males are the ones with the different chromosome, and the females are the ones with the identical chromosomes, or like the same type of pairing, right? So we have XY, there's an XX. In Komodo dragons and a lot of lizards, mostly just monitor lizards, it's the other way around, where the males are the ones with the identical pairing and the females are the ones with the opposite pairing. So when they clone themselves, they will basically always shut off, and it will always be a male every single time. They can only make males.
Yeah, I'm reading this.
Yeah.
Crazy. Parthenogenesis.
And it's in the Mario world, we see dinosaurs that ambiguously could be guys or girls lay eggs all the time. Like, look at Yoshi. So who's to say that Bowser's species can't do something like that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, apparently. That's interesting. So they have a slightly different, very different sex chromosomes.
Yeah, so they go by ZW instead of XY.
Than we do.
Just to distinguish it.
How do you know all this?
First off, Komodo dragons are one of my favorite animals, okay? It's like, it's the white tiger, and then it's Komodo dragon right after that. Right. And secondly, when I was a kid, we had to do these AR reading program where you had to like read books and take tests on them every single marking period and hit a certain number of points. And a lot of people were reading like big fat books, like they were going to read Harry Potter or something and get all their points on one test. I was reading these small blue zoology books, and I would only have to read like 4 or 5 of them a marking period, take those tests, and I'd get all the AR points I needed. So I was deep into just reading everything on zoology I could find.
Weirdly, like, they can have basically two unfertilized eggs, one containing a Z chromosome and the other W, which normally ZW means female, can merge, but for some reason it creates a WW zygote, which dies off, which can't develop.
Yeah.
But when an unfertilized egg with a Z chromosome by itself can just double itself and become a male.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Of course, like, not everything I know is from those
Magic.
books. That's just where I kind of got my start. You know, I've always liked
Nature's just magic.
nature and stuff like that. I used to do like dinosaur workbooks when I was in kindergarten and before that, because I used to like dinosaurs. But because of having those habits, I tend to watch a lot of entertainment and YouTube videos that are in that zone since I've always been there. One of my favorite ones that I recommend for people who just want to learn about zoology is Clint's Reptile Room. Clint's Reptile Room is a great channel to watch.
Yeah.
It might just be
Jojo
Clint's
says,
reptiles.
the
It's
pups
something
won't
along
be
those
healthy. Well, it's worse than you think.
lines.
It's actually probably worse than you think, because then typically this happens when the female's alone, and so then after she has
Oh, he's talking about
essentially
sharks.
male clones of herself, she then mates with the males.
Yeah.
Oh.
But he was
Well,
saying
she
sharks do
talking
something
about
similar.
about the Komodo dragons. Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Anyway.
so that they can continue.
Which,
And
yes,
you do get a
it's
certain level of
emergency mechanism.
genetic diversity through that, but it's mostly through just doing the process a lot and preying on mutations. Like that's
not enough
what it comes
in the
yeah.
long run.
Yeah, but I mean, it sustained their species for a really long time, though.
Yeah.
And as big as
Crazy.
they are, the crazy
That's
thing
crazy.
is, Komodo dragons might
But-
be an example of island dwarfism. They might have used to be bigger. There's a lot of evidence for it that there used to be an even bigger species. Some people thought that because there's island giganticism that can happen sometimes, and there's island dwarfism that can happen, where a species goes to an island and due to the isolation and just being in that habitat, sometimes they'll get bigger, sometimes they'll get smaller. Usually it depends what range you were already on and you move closer towards the middle. And there's a lot of evidence to actually suggest that they didn't be like smaller monitor lizards that got bigger, that they actually used to be even bigger during, like, say, the Ice Age or whatever, and when they had more megafauna to feed off of. And when they got stranded on those islands, a Komodo being one of them, that they actually got smaller over time.
Yeah, usually they adapt to sort of the size of their
Environment or
captivity or environment.
Yeah. And the resources available for them. Anyhow, I'm trying to remember what we were talking about. We were talking about Bowser Jr. That's how we got onto this. Yeah.
Yes. Is he OP?
Bowser Jr. No. He's got some cool abilities though in different games. I don't know if they would use this one because they might still want to do like they could do things in whatever order they want. It really doesn't matter with Mario, especially because they're crafting their own narrative now. The movies will actually probably be closer to a canon than anything, and they'll be their own canon. It's the Mario movie verse. They'll probably want to do Sunshine afterwards. Maybe not right away, but they want to leave it on the table to be able to do Sunshine and stuff. It could be 3-4 movies down the road. They want to make a lot of movies. So I don't think he'll do the Shadow Mario thing right away if they want to leave Sunshine on the table. That's what I'm saying. It's like, that's one of his abilities. He gets like this little handkerchief that he can put up in front of his face and he transforms into Shadow Mario. I don't think he'll be doing that in the movie. That's something I'm going to call it now. Could be wrong, but that's where my bet is going to put. He's probably just going to fly around in the child clown car.
Who, Bowser can do that?
No, Bowser Jr. can become Shadow Mario. Shadow Mario is Bowser
Or
Jr.
Bowser Jr.
Yeah.
Oh.
Spoilers
I actually
for like
didn't
a
know that.
20-year-old game.
You spoiled. Yeah, I never got that far. I just assumed it was.
That was actually the whole plot. So this is why they may not answer who Bowser Jr.'s mother is if they want to do Sunshine later. Because the entire plot of Super Mario Sunshine was that Bowser lied to Bowser Jr. and said that Peach was his mama. So he goes and kidnaps Peach and brings them so they can have like a family, no, it'd just be a family general, but they have like a family hot spring thing together. Mario's going all around Delfino Island, cleaning up the mess that Shadow Mario made, but also trying to rescue Peach, as is the normal. And at the very end, after you beat him and everything, they're floating on the final boss stage upside down in the middle of the ocean, and Bowser, in like a gruff voice, he's like, "Junior, I've got something to tell you." And he's like, "I know. Peach isn't really my mama, is she?" Like, that's how it ends. He's like, "But I do know one thing. I'm gonna get that Mario." And Bowser just had like a "that's my boy" moment.
Yeah.
That is the end of Super Mario Sunshine. So I think they're probably going to reserve that. That's still like a cool story they could use. Heck, in this world, they might merge the Dinosaur Islands and Delfino Island together and do like a mixed Mario World Sunshine. They could do whatever the hell they want to do and have fun with it. Because the more I thought about it, especially with them bringing in Bowser Jr., the more I thought, of course they're not going to do Super Mario World, right? Not outright.
Right.
Because I think they want to avoid the Koopalings as much as possible. They would rather work with Bowser Jr. and not bring in the Koopalings.
Huh. You know what I noticed in the trailer, Super Mario Galaxy, is that they had a scene from Super Mario Odyssey with the inverted pyramids.
Oh, yeah.
In the desert.
It's a Tostarena, I think is the name of
see-
the place. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I was looking up to see, are there any other Super Mario games with the inverted pyramids, upside down ones? And no, I don't think there
No, that was the first time it was there.
There are plenty of pyramids.
Clearly that was Tostarena, which is on the planet, so that's perfectly fine. I don't know if that's where they want to take off from or whatever. But
Well, they're going. Yeah. So it's on the. They're going to other planets, but that one's on the same planet as
whatever Mushroom Kingdom is.
the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, alt Earth.
Just hold.
Yeah. Well, there's a weird thing too, is that they went with the traditional misinformed idea that a lot of people went with, that the Mario world is almost like an isekai, where like the Mushroom Kingdom is a different world from Earth.
Almost.
Right?
Yeah.
Which we always used to throw Mario in. We said, oh, that Mario's one of our favorite isekais. But the problem is, like, when you actually look at the game that they made, it always took place in the same world as the Mushroom Kingdom from the very beginning. Their version of Brooklyn also exists in the same world as the Mushroom Kingdom, which we saw for the first time in the Donkey Kong game for the Game Boy. That's kind of like a remake of the original Donkey Kong, but they added more stuff to it. There's like other levels and everything. It was called New Ape City. And then we see it again under a different name, but it was confirmed to be the same place, which is New Donk City. Right.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, that's where Mario spent his childhood, was in New Donk City, away from everybody. Or I guess his adult life, not his childhood. They were raised by their parents, believe it or not. People like to say that they were orphans or whatever. It's like, no. At the end of Yoshi's Island, they were dropped off by the stork to their parents in a mushroom house. Like, that's how that game ends.
It's like the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, I think, started that whole incorrect interpretation.
Yeah, because they were reading the manual, which was already, it's a localized manual, so they probably even interpret the Japanese a little bit off. But at the end, it says that they went through the sewers and ended up in the Mushroom Kingdom as like a continuation from the original Mario Brothers game. And from that description, it sounds like it's like an isekai. Like the portal in the sewers led them to another world. But really what it's just implying is that there's this intense underground network of pipes that connects everything in that world, which is also what we're shown in the later games.
Yeah. Well, whatever. At least it was brief. I mean, it's kind of fun introducing.
We got
his
to see
family and
Pauline.
stuff. Yeah. Pauline. What was she?
She was the mayor of
Was she? Oh, right. Of New York, I guess.
Yeah,
Or
yeah. Of the Big Apple.
There isn't a mayor of each individual.
No, there's a mayor of New York City.
Borough, right? Huh. Who knew?
I mean,
Well,
you might have heard the term like mayor of Brooklyn and stuff before, but usually that's just like a nickname you give to somebody who's running the joint, often even like a mob guy or whatever. There's only the mayor of New York City.
yeah, that's right. I mean, I guess I should know that better because they just elected a new mayor of all of New York. Good luck with that, New York City.
I nominate Mario to run for mayor of New York City.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my write-in vote for president every year. Which I guess technically Mario wasn't born in the United States, even in his world, so he doesn't qualify. The stork dropped him off to somewhere in the Mushroom Kingdom. So I guess he's immediately... mayor. Well, no, I was talking about my write-in for president because there was this campaign in Nintendo Power for the longest time to tell everybody to vote for Mario. So it's like, yeah, put Mario in as your write-in candidate for... Which people do that all the time. Like Mickey Mouse is one of the largest ones.
Yeah, Donald Duck. Fitzgerald asks, what's wrong with the Koopalings? Why don't they want them in the movie?
They're just confusing. That's the only thing. Now, they could go with one of the more officially understood backstories for them, too, where they're all just like a bunch of orphan Koopas of the same kind that Bowser was when he was young, and he just took them in like an adopted father. Yeah. That's kind of like the officially understood backstory for them. But there's a lot of them. They're confusing, and you're going to... maybe you can introduce one or two at a time or whatever, but you're going to drop all of the Koopalings into one movie and have to juggle all of their personalities and give them enough screen time. It's just a mess to try to deal with. There's something that would be better for like the plot of a cartoon show or something rather than a full feature-length movie.
And they were in the SMB3
yes
cartoon.
Yes, they were.
Right.
In the
usually
Adventures
just
of Super
be
Mario
a couple
Brothers
of
3.
them in each episode.
They all had like weird names. I would say in English, but in that show, English was the original language and then had to be relocalized to other places, like back to Japan. But they would be like, instead of Ludwig von Koopa, he'd be Cookie von Koopa. Or Wendy O was Cutie Pie Koopa. Like they had all these names that were just not the names that they had in the game.
Why?
I don't know.
It's so weird because they were well established. Maybe they... Yeah, I don't know.
You'll have to ask.
I always
Deke.
confuse Lenny. Yeah. I always confuse Lenny and the other guy who looks like...
Well, okay, so there's three of them that have like the same haircut because obviously they're like sets of twins or other siblings that were adopted, right? So Iggy and Spike are the two that kind of look the same. They have the same hair color, but one of them's got like glasses or whatever. I think his name's Spike. And then Lemmy might be the one that was glasses. He's blue hair, so clearly him and Ludwig. I think. Or am I getting it backwards? I might be confusing it.
No, it's Iggy and Larry.
Larry. Okay.
Yeah, Iggy has the glasses.
Oh, you know what? I think Spike's a different enemy. I'm confusing it because Spike is what they gave that character's name in the, or a similar character in the Super Mario Brothers live action movie. There were two brothers that were Iggy and Spike, not related to the Koopalings that weren't even out really. Or I mean, they were already out, but I don't think America really knew about them yet. Yeah.
But I never confuse Lemmy because although his body type is similar, he has rainbow hair and he's crazy and he jumps on the ball.
Yeah. Well, because there's two people with rainbow hair that are clearly supposed to be like actual siblings.
Are there?
Yeah. Like I think Iggy also has rainbow hair.
I might be. Yeah, I'm looking at a wiki where he had
and there's two with blue hair.
Rainbow originally,
which is like Ludwig's one of them.
Well, Larry and yeah.
And then there's two that are kind of like red-faced, which is Roy and Wendy O. So they seem to be like their actual siblings with each other. And then there's Morton.
But Roy...
And Morton's the one who looks different from everybody.
Yeah. Except both he and Roy are bald.
Yeah, but Roy and Wendy have the same color pattern.
I don't know if there was that much thought put into it.
Oh, I think there was. I actually
I think they're all supposed to be siblings. Really?
No, they're supposed to be orphans. Like, that's the actual story for them. They're a bunch of little Koopalings that King Koopa like adopted and threw out into the world.
Well, like I've said on numerous occasions over the last week,
Yeah.
I think the original Super Mario movie was the last movie I went to in the theaters, and I went twice. I took my mom to it.
I don't remember what was the last one I saw.
I think she liked it
because I can't remember the release order.
And really, I think the only movie that I've seen in theaters in like 10 years, feels like. So I liked it a lot, and I'm really looking forward to it. But didn't you get? I think I cut you off at the beginning. I apologize, but you started to talk about the Zelda movie, or did you?
Well, I said that was what we're going to talk about after Mario Galaxy. So if we're wrapping up what we have to say, we didn't mention that Rosalina was cast as with Brie Larson will be voicing Rosalina, which she claims is a dream come true for her. Being a big fan of the games, and a lot of people pulled that into question, but like I don't, like it's Mario. Who isn't a big fan of the Mario games? It's one of the most popular franchises around,
Yeah. Plus,
given her age, she probably grew up playing the games.
Not out of the blue. She was in some Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like my age, right? I mean,
I think somewhere around there.
She's been in Mario commercials, or at least one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, she's closer to my age. She's like 36.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that puts her like right in the prime age to have grown up with Mario and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Like, she had some bad interviews. She said some stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's not like she's what's her name? The one who abused poor Johnny Depp.
Oh, you mean Amber Heard?
Amber Heard, yeah. She's no Amber Heard, I will say. Like, a lot of people are kind of hating on her, but I'm like, she hasn't done anything to her.
I think she's a competent voice actress. Like, she reprised her role as Envy Adams in Scott Pilgrim's Takes Off, and I thought she, even though I have complaints about Takes Off as a series, mostly because it was an intentional bamboozling of the audience, like a bait and switch. I thought she did even better as Envy in that than she did the first time, especially because she had more of a role in that than she did in the first one. So, yeah, I think she'll probably do fine. She's a competent actress.
I liked her. Yeah. I liked her in the first one. I liked them. And I mean, she did her best as as Captain Marvel.
Well, she claimed to have been a fan
writing
of
and the character.
Carol Danvers too, but from what I could tell, I don't know if she's even read a Captain Marvel book before, or not a Captain Marvel, a Carol Danvers book before she became Captain Marvel. Is the problem? Yeah. They're completely different characters before and
after. Plus, nobody's a fan of Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah,
maybe pre-Captain Marvel Carol Danvers.
Yeah, I was a fan of Carol pre-Captain Marvel. There's one of my favorite Marvel characters pre-Captain Marvel, but
okay, I buy that.
Yeah,
but you said was she a voice actor in anything else?
I probably
or just that.
Probably in several things, and I just don't know her full library. So
I'm looking at all of her movies, and they seem to be almost all live action.
I think she was, because I haven't even seen her too many things. Like, I remember she was in Kong Skull Island, which she did an okay job in that. And
Yeah.
which really felt like not a Marvel film, because half the people in it were all in Marvel films at that time.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think she's done any voice acting outside of
This might be her second thing.
Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. But, how hard is it?
Yeah,
liked,
voice acting's great as long as you just treat it like normal acting. And I think that becomes a problem, and why a lot of pretty good live actors come from like movies and they get put into a voice acting role and they don't do a good job because they come in thinking like, oh, we're voice acting. I'm just coming to the studio. I'm going to goof around. But then you've got these other people who basically thespians, and they come in and they put their best performance they ever did into the voice of a character. And you're like, I see why Christian Bale was picked to be the voice in this Ghibli movie, because he's a very good actor. So it really just matters on how seriously you take your role, right?
Yeah, I liked Anya Taylor-Joy as Peach.
Yeah.
I thought Peach was a little bit girl bossy, not too bad.
She really reminded me, though, of the Princess Toadstool in the Deke cartoon, so it didn't bother me at all,
Yeah. It wasn't a perfect movie, but
her voice was
good
even
to turn off your brain and just
like in the
enjoy.
same range as the one from the Deke cartoon too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that one was actually no, that was in the video games. I don't know who did the voice.
Oh, it's probably somebody who was up there in the Ocean Dub crew, because a lot of those people also did voices for Deke. They're all right there in like Toronto.
Oh, Canadian.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that know that Deke was Canadian. We were watching Canadian cartoons this entire time.
Let's see. In the games, it was Samantha Kelly for the longest time.
She was also the voice of Toad for a long time too.
Oh.
Yeah. She would do it in order where she had to do Peach first.
Replaced.
And then she'd have to do Toad afterwards, because if you did it in the other direction, Toad would just fry her voice and she couldn't do Peach for the rest of the day.
I guess it's kind of sad, but yeah, it looks like Nintendo just generally was like, I guess, and I think we've talked about this before, they kind of decided, and I know you totally disagree that this is what they did, but they wanted to try and reinvent Mario for the Switch 2 era.
Oh, no, I definitely think that's what they tried to do. I don't have any qualms against that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying, but you were saying before when we were talking offline that they basically failed because Mario Wonder was kind of just as formulaic as...
Oh, I thought it was even more formulaic than some of the stuff that came
maybe
before it. Yeah. Like they were trying to make... It was all flashy, but that's all it was. It was mostly aesthetics.
But in doing that, they decided to recast like all the voices.
I think it's also a lot of the other ones were getting old. Like, it's not that Charles can't do Mario's voice anymore, but for how long at straight can he do his voice? There's one thing to do like little things here, like bits, few seconds here and there at a convention, versus having to be in the studio for many hours of a recording session and doing that voice. Like, the dude's old. And a lot of the people who did the other voices, they're all getting old. It makes sense to eventually recast them. And especially with Charles, because he's not just doing Mario when he shows up. He's got to do a session for Mario. He's got to do a session for Luigi. He's got to do a session for Wario, for Waluigi, for like half of the cast. Charles was doing it. Like, Martinet was killing that game. Yeah. In a good way, not like in a bad way. Like, he was absolutely killing it.
Yeah. Apparently, the original Super Mario Brothers Super Show, and basically just all the D stuff for Peach was Jenny Elias,
Okay.
and she is still doing voices, mostly video games. She's been in
Oh yeah, a lot of the people
Elder
who
Scrolls
are
Online,
up
Horizon
in that
Forbidden
area
West.
are still working. They're most of them are still doing things. But a lot of them were also doing things that were
Final Fantasy 15.
naturally in their vocal range. They weren't like pushing themselves up to the very top or whatever. So a lot of them, you just skirt back and you just do things that are more comfortable as you get older. Bless you.
Mm-hmm. Thanks. But she's getting up there. She's 71.
Yeah, I can't remember. You know, talking about a voice actress who's been at it for a long time is Masako, the voice of Goku. I can't remember. She said she gave like a specific age, like she's gonna live to 125, and then she'll stop doing the voice of Goku and finally go away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta look up the Samantha Kelly, see how old she is. Replaced her this year. I think I might be sort of killing the internet, but hopefully that'll stop.
Maybe.
By the way.
Are you downloading something?
Just because I just noticed something's updating, but
Oh, okay.
not on purpose. It just my computer, when I brought it up, I guess had just rebooted or something.
Oh, I hate it. And like you can't stop the download
updates
without going in and doing some stupid things. It's like, yep, I just decided all of your down speed is dedicated to updating this computer now.
Yeah. But I think it's almost done. Oh, she's much younger. She's just 10 years older than me, so she's 58. She was born in Kenya. Yeah, why am I sneezing so? Interesting. And she was the voice of Peach for 20 years. For her.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't really have much else to say on the Galaxy trailer. You can go watch it if you guys haven't seen it already. It looks good. Actually, they fixed some things visually that people complained about last time for this one. Like they gave Peach her lips back, from what I've seen, because they kind of gave like that kind of natural divot in the lips the first time, but now they kind of just gave her like the smooth arch more or less, because these characters have designs that people grow attached to. And it's like you can't change an aspect of their design. You're gonna make people mad.
Did she not have lips?
No, she had lips, but she had like they put more of like a divot, like where your philtrum is underneath your septum, right? And there's like a divot in the center of your lip. They kind of gave a pronounced one to her in the first movie, but like in the games forever, Peach has just had like a single arch going across her top lip, and this is more like it this time, just from what we saw in the trailer. Just little things that here and there that people complained about. It's like, oh no, we'll get it right. We didn't know you cared that much about those little details.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about Mario's lips; they're just covered up by the mustache.
Yeah.
And I did not get a good look at Peach's lips.
This is the type of things that like long-term, almost obsessive fans just look at immediately, Especially on the internet. Peach's lips are like stuff of legends.
Now I see what you mean. It's funny because I felt like in the first movie there was something off about her look.
Yeah.
Just
well, I think they also
look like the games.
proportionately shrunk her head a little bit too with her body to be closer to the game
Mhm.
proportion. Because her head seemed just kind of big compared to her body in the first one too. It's a mild shrinkage, but it's enough that it just immediately feels better. Just looking at it, like the new model just looks better than the first one.
Yeah. I will say Rosalina to me looks just about perfect.
Yeah. As long as she's a giant, that's all that really
Yeah.
matters.
Here, I'll share what I'm looking at here.
Oh, okay, let me.
We don't need to watch the whole thing, but
I have to actually put that on. I didn't know you were popping it up. Here we go.
oh, sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't know I was going to either. But yeah, it's hard to tell exactly how tall she is, but she seems pretty tall.
Yeah.
Here, let's go.
Especially considering that could be a huge door, and it probably, I mean, it's a huge door by any degree, but you can't tell just how big that
Yeah.
door is or anything. There's not any. We need a banana for comparison, is what we need.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Though
Yeah,
a
I just
door
wanted to
is usually a good
still frame.
way to check somebody's size comparison if it's like a standard room door because they're all the same size. A door like that is like that could be any size.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's obviously going to be larger than the door, but yeah, I think at least they got her. What is it called? Philtrum, whatever.
Yeah.
Very.
Well, the
slight
philtrum
to
is
it.
that specifically the divot between the lip and the
Mhm.
septum. Which
Yeah.
the only reason
Now
I
she's
know the name of
floating
that,
here.
by the way, is because it was in a
Mhm.
Bare Naked Lady song.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Rem-
It was off of their
Reminds me of the
Canadian
Viltrumites.
Canadian Snack Time album, and there's a song called "There's a Word
Mhm.
for That," and there's like 3 different things that have like a specific word for it, and he's like the whole song is about how he can't tell, and then by the end of the verse, like kids chime in like it's a philtrum, like come on, get it.
Yeah. Oh, she looks good, but yeah, I know. I only, only when I go frame by frame can I even see Peach's freaking lips, like her upper lip. I think they made
Yeah.
her too kind of chubby though in her face. Don't you think? I don't know.
Yeah, because she's supposed to be like
hard.
almost like her face is like a rounded triangle, right? Where you can make a triangle out of it, and then you
Oh,
just
it's supposed to be
kind
kinda
of
heart
pull it
shaped.
out a little bit. Yeah, between like her bangs and everything.
Yeah. But I think it makes her more childlike. I think they made Mario a little chubbier than
Probably. This is supposed to be them when they're younger,
well.
right? Which they
Yeah,
were
I
they were
guess
kind of
so.
going with a failure to launch story, which I don't think was ever Mario's story, but that's the one they went with.
Yeah.
And so he's a little bit older than he was, but the staff interview early on with Miyamoto when they said Mario was 18 in his first game.
Oh, okay. He was a lot chubbier in that one.
Yeah. And I think he's supposed to be like in his mid to late 20s now. He's supposed to be like 26 or something in the current games. It's like a gradual
Okay.
forward movement of time, but not one where there's any point where you could be like, he was this age at this time. It was just like Miyamoto said he was that age at the beginning. He said he's about this age now.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of guess what age he would have been at any game in between.
Yeah.
He was 0 years
Well,
old
she's
in
fighting ninjas.
Mario World. Yes, she is.
Oh. And I will say she is very clearly, to me anyway, shorter than Rosalina.
Oh, yes.
At least
Which
she
you need to be.
looks more compact.
I'm just waiting for Daisy to end up in these movies.
You're
and
getting some things right.
Daisy needs to be just ever so
Yeah.
slightly taller
Where the
than
hell's
Peach.
Daisy?
Not like extremely noticeably taller, just ever so slightly. Like, Rosaline is above all of them, but Peach is actually the shortest of the girls.
I'm going to turn off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I might leave it in full screen because you might want to pull up some pictures in a second.
I think it looks good.
I think we're done talking about Galaxy. I don't think I'm any more excited for this than the other one, just because I have the taste of the other one in my mouth. So my expectations are about the same, but I wouldn't mind being blown away. Like, I'm leaving myself open for it. But
what? For
right
Galaxy?
before for Galaxy. Like, I'm open for it to blow me away compared to the first one. I don't expect it to. I expect to go in, and I'm probably going to get a middling movie that is still entertaining, that I'll still enjoy, but I don't expect it to be, like, drastically better than the first or anything. But I'm going to leave myself open.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So, over the weekend, somebody leaked footage of them out filming the new Zelda movie. And in response to that, earlier today, on Nintendo Today, Nintendo's like, okay, the designs are already out. Let's put some official
jig is up
stuff up just so to please people. It's better to come from us than from other people. So these are the official designs, official images of the actors in their individual costumes. I think we kind of already knew they were going for a darker haired Zelda just from an early image of the actress right before they started filming. Unless they were going to put her in a wig or anything, they were just going to use her natural hair color, which is fine. Zelda's had that exact hair color in a few of the games. It ranges across the gamut of blonde. More importantly was that the actor for Link has really dark hair normally, but they did make sure to make him blonde for the movie. Yeah. So I appreciate that.
That's right.
I mean, we could have had a brown hair Link. Link's had brown hair before as a brunette, but we've just gotten so used to Link having pink hair. I think I don't know if his hair was, I think he was supposed to always be some type of blonde when it was pink. It was just like a fun cartoonish way of doing it. So it didn't blend in with the other colors in the game. But we can argue that maybe he was strawberry blonde in that game, and that was the most different his hair ever was. It doesn't really match a lot of the artwork. But we're just so used to Link having blonde hair now. He's had blonde hair for such a long time. I think it's been consistently blonde.
This is what he normally looks like.
Yeah, that's what the actor normally looks like. He's had blonde hair consistently since his N64 debut. And about the same tone of blonde, more or less. So I think that one people are a little less flexible with these days. You kind of needed a blonde Link. The cooler part is that they're picking things from different games, and I like that because we wanted, like months ago when we heard about this, for it to be its own story that was unrelated to any of the game stories. They're just kind of like picking themes, plot points and stuff and wrapping them together and showing that Link's got his green tunic and Zelda's, I mean, she's worn blue a lot. She's usually either wearing blue or pink-ish purple, like a lavenderish pink in the games. But her outfit's kind of sort of similar to the Breath of the Wild one. Long hair, even braided back, kind of similar. That we're getting bits and pieces of different things. And that's cool. I like that. I think this is a good direction.
It's interesting. Has she ever, I know she's always associated with the bow of light or the arrows of light.
Yeah.
But does she ever use a bow and arrow herself?
Yeah.
That seems new.
But, I mean, usually it is just shooting the light arrows. But, like, what was it?
Oh, yeah.
Twilight Princess, she used it. Wind Waker, she actually shot the light arrow out as well near the end.
Right.
Yeah. She's used a bow and arrow several times. Yeah.
Yeah, the outfit, it's a similar blue.
It's not quite
to like the
same.
champion's tunic. And
Yeah,
it's a little different. So I don't know if it may be premature to say that they're incorporating any Breath of the Wild.
No, I think they're just picking themes and aspects and stuff. I don't think they're actually incorporating anything outright. But that is like it's also you have to look at the lighting, right? You look at the highlights under the sun of her sleeve and stuff. It is it's the closest thing to that Hylian or that Hyrulean, because that would be the kingdom blue that the guards that she wears, that the champion wears, and all that. So it makes sense as the princess of Hyrule that she would be wearing the color of their kingdom, as opposed to Link, who is possibly a traveler, possibly a warrior. We don't know what Link is in this movie timeline yet. We'll find out. It seems like they're going to be adventuring together. In the leaked footage, we saw what we presume is Impa as well, based off of the actress that was there with like white hair, wearing kind of like a silverish outfit. Maybe they'll be working together.
Pictures of footage. Where did you find that?
I saw it on Twitter. That's where I saw it, but it's like,
okay,
I'm sure it's everywhere.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So the horses, if you looked
handlers.
carefully in the background, you can see Epona.
Yeah. Yes, very clearly. Yeah.
Who, yes, has always had a white mane.
I know. I doubted you briefly, but yeah, is that woman just some other attendant? She Impa?
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I want to say that she's probably going to be Impa, just because Impa is a long recurring character, technically from the first game, though. You mostly only see her in the manual, but she's been around from the start. So I think you'd have to put her in the movie if you really want to capture the essence of Zelda.
Yeah. Link. Well, it's promising.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really much to go on, but I like the look.
I do too. It seems like they're taking it very seriously. The director has said before too that I think he wants an orchestrated soundtrack, and that he wants it to feel like it's living in the worlds of the games. So I'm holding up hope that this will be a proper Zelda movie, especially if they just do an original plot. Since Zelda's different in every single game, we don't need you to actually adapt any of the individual games. I do think, though, looking at it, and this was expected, Link is going to be right-handed. He's been right-handed for a long time now. They still go back and forth in the 2D games. The top-down games. Because of, if you look at his strap, right? He's got like the Twilight Princess strap that the scabbard gets attached to, and it's going over his right shoulder, right? Now, you can see it in the official picture, too. But see, it's going over the right shoulder, which means he's drawing it with his right arm.
Huh. Really?
Yeah, didn't you see that strap going across?
So if it's on his back.
Yeah. So, but I think it's not even because Link has been right-handed for a while. Because they do go back and forth. The top-down games, he's often left-handed again. I think between Worlds, it went back to left-handed. I think he was holding in his left hand in Echoes of Wisdom as well. They've mostly been keeping it for the 3D type games. I think whatever hand their actor had, they were going to let Link be that. And since most people are right-handed, that is probably why we're getting a right-handed Link.
Yeah.
That's my gut instinct on this one.
It'd either be way too awkward, or you'd have to have a really dedicated actor who's like, no, I'm going to do this left-handed and learn how to do things left-handed.
Yeah, you have to have like a Manny Patinkin and Carrie Elwes situation where they did practice doing that entire scene with their left hand for like months.
Yeah.
Or you get an ambidextrous
I don't know if
actor,
you can find
which is even rarer. But technically, Link is ambidextrous.
Yeah.
If we want to talk about it, it's not even just that it flips between games. In the earlier games, because of the sprite, he flipped which hand he was using depending on which way he was facing, because the shield always faces Death Mountain.
Right.
Yeah.
That'd be a pain in the ass. I'd
That
just
would be.
flip your shield to the other hand. Too.
Every time. The advantage of
Now-
being just a pixel image.
I guess you wouldn't grab your sword from the opposite hand.
You wouldn't be able to have any ability to pull it out.
Yeah, you're. Huh? Unless this image.
Backstabber's
is
already
reversed.
hard enough to pull it out anyway, especially if the Master Sword was ever the length that it is in the art, because it's usually shorter in the games than it is in the art. The Master Sword is a bastard sword in the art of, specifically Ocarina of Time. Like, that thing is huge. Not as huge as the Big Goron sword, right? The Giant's Knife, which is like a proper two-handed, I don't even want to say a long sword. It's longer than most long swords. It's like a Zweihander, without the extra cross. But the Master Sword, it's like a hand and a half sword that Link just grasps with one hand.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it varies from game to game. Like, it's tiny in Wind Waker. For a kid could hold it.
Yeah, but that's a more cartoony
Yeah.
game.
But it's supposed to be the same sword.
It's
like, yeah, the sword,
I know.
opposite of Ocarina of Time. But I guess the real reason he couldn't use it as a kid was because it had to be stuck in the stone for him to go back in time. But it's like, what, the sword's supposed to just change depending on the Link that's using it? It's like, yeah, no, I can be smaller. That was always an option.
Yeah. Fee is very accommodating.
Yeah.
Well, with
But it
very
looks fun.
little to go on, it looks good to me.
I like that it is mostly being shot on location. They're off in New Zealand. That is a good sign on its own. Obviously, they're going to be having to do some dungeoning stuff somewhere at some point. I'm sure they'll construct some sets.
Yeah.
Maybe they've got some things they can use. But the fact that they're off in one of the best places that you can shoot that stuff on location, right? We've had some Jurassic Park stuff has been shot off in New Zealand. Lord of the Rings was shot off in New Zealand. They've got great locations for those high fantasy or all kinds of like wild environments that don't look like your everyday forest. That's a great sign right there. That's a green tunic flag for me.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you know who it is who's playing Impa, presumably?
I saw pictures, but I didn't
Is,
recognize.
do you remember in Severance,
Oh, was it the wife?
the main character's wife?
Okay, because I was wondering. The face looked familiar, but I could not place at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deacon Lockman.
Yeah, she had another name. It was like Miss something that they called her.
Oh, Miss
which is-
Casey.
Miss Casey, that was it, yeah.
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 No, that's her. Yeah.
You're severed.
Real name. Deacon.
Okay.
Severin. Oh, she was severed.
Her actual name is Deacon. It's interesting.
Yeah, Dichen.
Okay.
Deacon.
I don't know. That could be several different things. Sounds German.
Yeah, but she looks Asian. Interesting. Maybe one of her parents is German.
I don't know. I'm not judging. She looks like she could pull off an Impa.
Oh, yeah. That white hair. Perfect.
Well,
Good
especially
job,
because, like,
Nintendo so far.
you were saying that Impa should be taller than Zelda, and they look like they're roughly the same size. And I think, yeah, in a lot of times she is a lot taller, but sometimes she's not. Like, it's kind of inconsistent how tall Impa is. She's wildly different from generation to generation. Reincarnation or whatever.
I forgot that in Hyrule Warriors, what was the first one called? Age of Calamity. She definitely was not. Well, she was about the same size, maybe a little bit taller.
Yeah, 'cause she was roughly.
She's a lot shorter.
Showed you in the first game what she should have looked like when she was younger, because her like granddaughter or whatever there, and she was like the spitting image of her. I can't remember her name. Paya.
And the question is, are they going to have? Presumably, they're going to have Ganondorf, at least in the beginning. Is he going to turn into Ganon?
Maybe.
It's my other question.
It could be saving it for round 2. Who knows? But come on, you would be edging the audience so hard to not have him turn into Ganon for like a big boss fight at the end.
Yeah. Some people are saying they want Kevin Durand as Ganondorf. He could be good.
I don't know who that is off the top of my head. I don't recognize that name.
Trying to think.
I'm gonna go look at a
picture. He was in the Naked Gun, the new Naked. Yeah, I don't want to. Again, you'll recognize him.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I can see him. Yeah. I kind of would want somebody who is like naturally darker, you know.
Oh, he is 6'6" though.
Yeah, he's tall. He's huge, but
yeah.
I think I would just prefer somebody who's naturally darker. TBH.
Well, make it, or they could make. Oh, who's Nicholas Braun? Nah, he's a bit too much of a pretty boy.
I think they should cast a nobody. You know, somebody who's trying to get into the business. Just find like a tall, like darker, anywhere between the dark and tan to further down guy, maybe basketball player who wants to be an actor, as long as he's got the chops, make him actually go through audition. Anybody, but like actually just find somebody who wants to break in. Maybe they came from the theater too, and be like, "You're Ganon. You've got it.
Yeah,
you've got the mutton chops to be Ganon."
Army Hammer. Army Hammer could do it. Or an unknown would be a good idea.
I love unknowns.
Or how about how am I forgetting names?
I mean, our Links and Zelda are barely not unknowns. Like, they've been in other things, but they were smaller things.
I've never seen them before.
Yeah, this is pretty much their big breakout role for both of them.
Henry Cavill, that's it. Henry Cavill.
No, I do not want Henry Cavill to play Ganon. No, I am vetoing that right now. Just outright.
What about Nicolas Cage?
Henry Cavill can play the King of Hyrule. I think that's fine.
Yeah,
he can use his natural British accent, you know.
Yeah.
That's the only role.
Wow.
Or he could play a random Hylian. I don't care. You know, like the construction companies and stuff that are always doing things across the map? He could be a foreman of the construction I really don't care as long as he's not Ganon.
Yeah. He could be Beetle. I didn't realize I guess I did. He's shorter than I thought. He's my height. He's 6'1".
Yeah.
An inch taller.
I'm with you, Fizz. I don't want anybody who's too light-skinned to be Ganon, honestly. Like, you could tan somebody up.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. I just want somebody... It looks better, though, when somebody has, like, the phenotypical facial features that come with the different, like, darker-skinned ethnicities, because they'll look more like the desert-dwelling Gerudo people. And I just find a big person with those natural features that can act. I know that is a big ask, right? Because you're narrowing down the field with each requirement, but that's my ask. You've got the budget. from Nintendo and Sony Pictures, you could find the right person.
You know who would be good for Beetle? How about Alan Tudyk? Tudyk, whatever.
Alan Tudyk could probably play anything. You put like a big fake nose on him, right? If you want him to put a wig with a bowl haircut. Yeah, sure. I don't care. Alan Tudyk could play the Deku Tree. You put him whatever. It doesn't actually matter. It's one of my favorite actors. I can't complain about you putting him in things, but I could be like, listen, that's not a role for him because it's live action. He doesn't fit it. But if he does, you put him in everything because he'll become the character.
Yeah,
he's like a Juilliard actor. He won't make it about himself. Like whatever character you tell him to play, he'll become it.
Yeah.
You tell him to become a chicken, he'll be a chicken for the whole movie.
Yeah, he could be a cuckoo. Well, I'm just glad they didn't cast Hunter Schafer as Zelda.
I'm really glad, and we talked about it before, that I didn't know either of these people because I wanted people who were like fairly under the radar to play these characters.
I mean, they almost have to be because they have to be young. I mean, they have to be.
So, like, at best, you could have been like a Disney Channel actor or something, but I mean, you don't really necessarily want like a former Disney Channel actor. Some of them could be good. I mean, I've seen quite a few former Disney Channel actors that are good, but I'd rather just people who worked bit parts and made it in.
Yeah. Now, her name is Bo Bragason? Is that right? Okay, she's English. She has been... Oh. She has been in a Disney Plus series.
Not surprised.
And what's the guy's name?
I do not recall. I'm actually glad they're going with English actors, though, for the most part. Because that's kind of what you expect Benjamin from this
Ainsworth.
Hyrule Fantasy, right? Which is the original name of the first game in Japanese, a Hyrule Fantasy. They're going for this kind of almost Arthurian legend. That's why we even get like a Sword in the Stone thing several times throughout the games. And it needs to look like this medieval sort of European fantasy, specifically mostly British fantasy. They pulled a lot from British stories. Link used to have a cross, like a Crusader's cross on his shield in the earlier games. There's artwork of him actually at a church praying. There have been churches in the game. So it's like you really want to lean into the roots of Zelda, and picking British actors are kind of like the best thing you can do for the Hylians. Specifically, all the Hylians should be British.
Yeah. Yeah. Which makes you wonder why people had such a problem with Zelda's British accent in Breath of the Wild.
Oh, I didn't have a problem with the accent necessarily, though. I mean, her voice does bother me. It's less of the accent; it's more of just the overall voice. And I think specifically the reason it bothers me, no slight to the actress. I'm sure she's doing a great job. It's a personal thing. She sounds too much like the old voice of Botan from Yu Yu Hakusho, except I like Botan's voice more. I think that's the problem. Every time I hear her talk, is like I could be listening to Botan instead.
Yeah. I don't remember her name. Something Summers. I remember her last name is Summers.
Like that's it's just a personal thing. No slight towards the ability of the actress at all.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well,
we made it to the end. Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh, I wanted to add in real quick.
Yeah, whatever.
It looks like Chainsaw Man the movie going to pass up because it just surged this weekend back to #1 box office.
Oh, nice.
And I think it's going to pass Princess Mononoke and Pokemon the first movie in terms of total box office take. And end up, I predict it'll end up 14th on the list, which is just above Pokemon.
That's genuinely kind of insane, actually. But it's doing great. I'll have to watch it sometime.
Although, if you think about it, both of those movies, Princess Mononoke and Pokemon, came out in the late 90s.
Do we want to adjust for inflation?
Yeah, after 27, 28 years.
Like, what if we even adjust some of those
great
earlier Ghibli films for inflation too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, everybody thinks they're hot shit with how good their movie is until you had just Gone with the Wind for inflation.
I know, right? How many billions did that make?
Gone with the Wind is insane. Unreasonable, unrealistic when you look at how much it made at the time and then inflate it.
Mm-hmm. I just want to see Princess Mononoke made 170 million, which in today's dollars is double, 347. Which puts it just under Spirited Away. Gone.
It's over 3
Gone,
billion
I
after inflation.
Box office adjusted for inflation.
Yeah, it's like over 3 billion or something.
Wow. Apparently, due to the ridiculous inflation we've had, it was 3.4 billion in 2021. In today's dollars, 4.5 billion.
Oh, it's gotten over. Okay. Yeah.
Anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody thinks their movie's hot shit until you adjust Gone with the Wind for inflation.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's ever beating that. I don't know if it's possible. Like, it's just a product of its time. Like, the further away we get from it, because we have to keep adjusting for inflation, the further away it gets from your chances of passing it up, even with a worldwide release.
Yeah. Even with Avatar, #1 right now is the original Avatar with 2.9 billion.
Yeah. And it's like, what happens 5 years from now? Unless the dollar somehow deflates, it's not going to deflate that much. If it ever does, which you don't really necessarily want.
Funny.
Rapid deflation anyway. Like, if you wanted to deflate it, you want it to curve over a really long period of time, because rapid deflation is horrible for your society. But it's never going to deflate that much. It's never getting back to that again.
James Cameron has the #2 and 3 after adjusting for inflation movies box offices of all time: Avatar and Titanic.
Yep. Anyhow,
Gone with the Wind still beats.
Unless you have anything else to add to the show, nothing from what we watched you want to talk on. I mean, you don't really have to. We can always just touch back on it next time.
I'll just say I like this episode of.
We should cover this because Fizz put it in the bulletin board. The Labubu movie. I completely forgot that he put that in the bulletin board. We are getting.
I was just gonna. All I wanted to say was I liked this episode of Welcome to Derry better than last week's, so it's getting exciting. Finally, it's such a slow burn. We're getting.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's fine. This episode felt like an even slower burn for me, but maybe we'll get to some good stuff in the next one. But yes, so over at
Move
Sony,
on.
they're making a Labubu movie, which I only even recently found out what Labubu is. I've heard people saying it everywhere, but I had no idea what it referred to. That it was like these little like plushy collectibles or whatever. A lot of them are like keychains. They're very similar to like a lot of Hello Kitty collectible stuff you could get. Massively popular, apparently. If I was a kid, I'd probably have been more aware of them because I would have seen everybody in school having them or talking about them. But this is the first time learning about it. That happens when you become a grown man, right? But yeah, they're making it. We don't know what kind of movie it's going to be yet. It was just kind of announced that they're making it. It could be anywhere between an awful Trolls movie to that My Melody and Kuromi series that came out earlier this year, which I would hope for their sake that it is closer to that series that came out earlier this year, because Trolls is just genuinely awful. I don't know if you've seen any of those movies.
Just a little bit.
Really lazy jukebox musicals with very unlikable characters.
Yeah. I can't even tell what, like, I went to Amazon and their Labubu official store has all these things that aren't Labubu. Maybe I don't. Confusing. I can't keep up with this shit.
Yeah, there's just the modern collectible trend. You know, it's like Hello Kitty's never gone away, but Beanie Babies was like the modern collectible trend at one point, or they've been everywhere.
I guess
I'm
the
actually
company's
surprised
name is Pop Mart.
that they're not trying to do a nostalgic cash grab and make like a Beanie Babies movie or something like that. This seems like the perfect distance from it that somebody would be trying to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Joshua asks, aren't they super expensive? I don't know. Are they? You're looking at the store right now.
That's why I'm confused, because I thought they were too, but this is showing like tiny little ones that look like they're like keychains. Like they look like they're about that big.
No, that's most of the ones I've seen.
Are those not the real thing? Okay. I mean, yeah, $20 is a little expensive for a little thing like that. But it's not like hundreds and hundreds.
South Park had a whole Labubu episode. What season was it in? If it was this season, I haven't seen a single episode from this season of South Park.
I doubt it. This season has been nonstop Trump.
Yeah.
Fucking retarded.
What season was it? I'm trying to think. Maybe I'm pretty sure I watched everything. No, he said it was this season. So yeah, that's why I haven't seen it. Yeah, because I've not seen a single episode from the season. I'm planning on watching it, but because of the clips I've seen from it, I'm not planning on keeping up with it week by week. I will wait till it's done. I will binge it and get it over with, and I'll make my assessment of this season of South Park. Because knowing them, there's probably a lot of good jokes in there, right? But from what all the clips I've seen have been their worst stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so the bigger ones, it shows someone holding one that's like, you know,
like stuffed animal size.
I don't know,
like
maybe a foot tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that's $115. So that seems a little.
Joshua says it looks like they could sell for thousands of dollars. It's like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe if you get one the size of a person. If it keeps scaling up at that rate, I could see one being like like a 6-foot Labubu being thousands of dollars.
Yeah. I guess here's a kind of expensive one of the little ones like that. That's like
unless they are rarity, right? Like they have limited runs on things. I could see like one of those plush size, if it's a limited run, being like, hey, it's no longer running. You're gonna have to pay me $1,000 if you want this one.
Yeah, I imagine. But I had heard there were hundreds of dollars brand new from the company.
Yeah, they're a luxury collectible. And that's probably most of the appeal. Josh even says that's the point of them, I think, that they're expensive. Part of the appeal is that it's a luxury collectible, so it's like a bragging thing that you've got the Labubu.
Yeah. Okay, if I filter for the bigger ones, here's one that's $160.
Yeah. But I had no idea what it was until I think maybe the second that Fizz put the story about Sony making a movie for it in the bulletin board. I've just heard people use it almost like a term, right? Like I've heard people saying like my Labubus when talking to people and stuff. So like that didn't give me any context for what it was at all.
They also make a Pacific Rim Gypsy Danger die-cast action figure for $280. Oh, it's out of stock.
Ridiculous.
Apparently it's sold out. Of course, because it's like the most expensive one. Keep finding more and more expensive. Crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, knowing that too is probably like the movie is probably going to be awful. If you're such a luxury thing that the whole point of it is just that it's a status symbol, then they're probably going to just not give a shit about like what the property evolves into in movie form, because they figure people are going to go watch it anyway because it's the status symbol thing, you know.
I remember when LJN made all the action figures and they were like cheap as dirt.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I found it. This is what I want for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
A Mega Labubu Tech 1000% Winter Holiday, which that doesn't make any sense, but it's $1,020.
Oh, okay.
And it doesn't look any bigger or more interesting than any of. Confusing. $1,000, man. Better save up.
Or I guess
It's insane.
larceny.
Yeah. There's a bank right down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got a vault.
I don't think they do. They,
I'm sure.
you know, like there's definitely got to have enough cash on hand. Absolutely, right? Because they have to be able to change things out. But like, how much do banks actually keep on them now, with everything being digital? I think bank robbery is actually probably one of the worst crimes you can commit now, because nobody gets away with it, and there's not much to actually get away with. It's not like the good old days when people used to keep entire gold bars in the bank vault.
Yeah. Well, I'd probably be surprised because, I mean, you know, what are you going to do? You're going to rob the tellers, right?
Yeah.
You just have them hand you whatever's in the drawer as fast as possible. If it's just a few $100.
Well, that's why people go with like a crew, right? With a bunch of bags, and they go and they hit all the tellers at once to get as much as you can. Just put them all in the bags. Because you got to be quick about it. So the more hands you have, the quicker. Because any amount of time that you spend there is time that the cops have to get you.
Yeah. Anyway, we don't need.
Nobody gets away with bank robberies these days. Like, it's very rare that ever happens.
Really?
Yeah. Usually they catch the people
idea.
within like an hour or two after the robbery. Like, there are people who get away, but hardly ever. Hardly ever. Because they've got
Especially
so many
because
things in place.
Typically, are dumb enough. Yeah. And don't bank robbers usually rob a bank like right close to their home?
Usually, yeah. Like, if I wanted to rob a bank, which I wouldn't, because it's a dumb crime to do. There are better crimes to commit if you're going to. I would probably go like more than a state away. I don't want anybody to be able to put clues together that I'm even remotely located next to this bank. Go hide out in the woods.
Wow,
for like months.
You're right. Bank robbers get caught about 60% of the time.
Yeah, like almost nobody gets away with bank robberies. And I think a lot of the ones that they're counting as getting away are people who hold up people at ATMs.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Anyhow, we're rambling. I think we've covered what we were planning on covering.
I think we're done.
Yeah. So, I mean, there was an interesting episode of Ranma, but there's going to be a more interesting one next time, so we'll probably talk about that one then. So thank you guys for watching. We hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you'll share it out with your friends if you have any. Maybe your enemies if you have some of those. Those are always fine too. And we will see you guys for Game Central Junction probably no later than Friday, but most likely our regular Thursday schedule. I just don't want you guys to get false expectations. Anyhow, we'll see you then.
Bye-bye.